2019 marks 20 years since Garth Brooks became Chris Gaines, a moody, tragic, and extremely successful Australian pop star whose musical accomplishments were only topped by his bedroom conquests. Did I really just say that? I'm Ania Hammar, and even if you lived through this amazing time to be alive, I promise you'll come away from this episode of The Secret History of Country Music with a new appreciation for what Brooks was trying to do. Go ahead and share your thoughts on his alter ego in the comment section below, but be nice. Garth took a chance on something new, which is why we love him in the first place, right? Cliff Notes version for the kids. Brooks is the biggest country star on the planet, but decides to introduce his pop rock side to his fans through a character named Chris Gaines that looked kinda like a sad French mime. The album was a greatest hits album of songs from 6 previous albums, all of which were intended for a movie he was writing called The Lamb, which was supposed to be real. But it was never finished or released. Honestly, guys, I'm just as confused as you are. VH1 did a behind the music episode on Chris Gaines with real people like journalists and Billy Joel and fake people like Officer Barry Sanders, who was first on the scene when Gaines drove his car off a cliff on February 16, 1992, leaving him with broken arms, a broken pelvis, and disfigurement so severe he refused to do press for his Apostle album. As you know, Apostle was his 4th or 5th album, I don't know, I kinda lost count, of 6 on Capitol Records. Others included the 12 times platinum selling album Straight Jacket and Fornicopia, which included an eventually real song called It Don't Matter to the Sun that Gaines recorded for his mom, in honor of his late father who died on November 15, 1990, after a 3-year battle with cancer. Let me reiterate, this is all fake. You see, the story was that Chris's dad would sing it to her when he was young, or not, because none of this is real, even if Mrs. Gaines does appear throughout the VH1 documentary. Compare Mrs. Gaines to Mrs. Brooks, who Garth would later sing a song called Mom about in 2014, and we haven't stopped crying since. Okay, back to this fake reality that Garth created. Every song on the In the Life of Chris Gaines album came with an elaborate backstory of how they were inspired by events or people in his traumatic 32 years of life. I need a break, so I'm just gonna list all the tragedies that befell Gaines over the previous decade. Take a look. There is so much to discuss, including the very real execution of the Chris Gaines experiment, but that's coming in episode 2, which will appear in the description of this video when it's live. You see, Tommy was Tommy Levitz, the heart and soul of Gaines' first musical endeavor, a wildly successful and rebellious pop trio called Crush that notched a hit with a song called My Love Tells Me So. All fake. Levitz was also a teenage pilot, and he crashed his plane in December 1990, which ended Crush. Gaines says Crush was dead, Chris Gaines was dead. Let's wrap part 1 with his sex addiction, because that's actually, believe it or not, pretty central to the story. Gaines had women throwing themselves at him, and he was catching 2, 3, 4 women at a time. Not a problem for this Lothario, but it all caught up with him as he was dating Maria Costa, who is a real actress playing herself in this fictional sequence. Maria was Chris's true love, and it's her, among others, that got him help, where he learned the reason for his addiction was his father. Yep, Gene Gaines was a father who was not able to show his love in any tangible way outside of sports, which wasn't Chris's thing. This come-to-Jesus moment led to Gaines' greatest hits album, which was supposed to lead to a movie starring Garth, and I don't know, I'm just gonna tease that now with this clip from Conan O'Brien in 1999.
Basically, I wanted somebody that was thin, beautiful, and lots of hair. So, the first call I made was Steven Tyler. And
oh man, it just keeps getting better. Thanks for watching this episode of The Secret History of Country Music, and hang tight, because part 2 of the Chris Gaines story is coming.